Alright, section number 7. Here's where we start talking about the big secrets to being a real trader that almost everyone misses. In the introduction, I talked about the biggest mistake rookie traders make is constantly looking for a better system or a holy grail system. The second biggest mistake that rookie traders make is not taking psychology into account. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to try and talk a bunch of psychobabble at you. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. So what I want to talk to you about is the actual process of how you think and also how you look at the market, because it's important that we realize and we understand every aspect to this profession. And I'm here to tell you that your psychology is going to play at least 90% of your total success. And here's why. If you don't have the mental game, meaning if you're, we hear in sports the phrase, his head wasn't in it. And what it simply means is that the athlete wasn't thinking about the game. They're thinking about something else. They're thinking about dinner. They're thinking about maybe some problems that they had off the field. There are all sorts of reasons why professional athletes will lose their concentration. In fact, professional athletes refer to the optimal state as being in the zone, right? In fact, there was a movie with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes where Woody was constantly looking to get into the zone. And it's simply a state where you're flowing from one moment to the next. You're not concerned about the outside influences of your day. You're not concerned about things that may be impacting your trading on a quote-unquote normal day. When you're in the zone, you are focused on the target and you're focused on the pattern and you're focused on making profits. So what we're going to talk about is how do we get into the zone? How do we create the zone at will, or at least identify when we're not in the zone? Remember, we talk about market pattern. We talk about market technique. Here is where the rubber really meets the road, and we talk about how can we improve our overall success. I don't know if you're familiar or not with this concept, but it's one that the Japanese used for a number of years to kick our butts in several industries. And it's a concept called Kaizen. And Kaizen is really focusing on making small improvements. And here's what you find out. If you can make just a 2 to 5% increase in productivity, then your overall net will sometimes increase up to 50%. In fact, don't be surprised if you increase your productivity between 2 and 5%, that you see on average 25% more results. Now, since we're traders, we're talking about 25% more profits. The key is focusing on the correct 2 to 5%, and that's what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about being able to focus on very small numbers and make those numbers turn into, obviously, bigger numbers. You see, one of the trading pitfalls, and we covered hopefully some of this, you'll remember in the compounding examples, one of the things traders try and do is focus on these types of returns, right? We'd all love to make these types of returns every single month. But for most of us, these types of returns are not going to happen even within our first year of trading. So we've got to focus on what will get us there the fastest, and that is getting to understand what can we change the smallest and have the biggest result. Now let's look at this in terms of actual trading.